Now, we also look at what is happening at the tennis courts right there, talking about the Grand Slam going down. Well, talking about the FIBA World Cup. We also look at update from that end. Well, different players are already resuming to camp. Well, from that of the Three Lions of England, we're getting news from Spain as the... Okay, thank you for staying tuned, and let's go straight to talk about tennis this morning for an update from the US Open. American teenager Coco Gauff delighted the home fans by reaching her first US Open semi-finals with a 6-love, 6-2 victory over Iga Swiatek, Konkoro, Jelena Ostapenko on Tuesday. Gauff, whose lead up to the US Open included hardcore titles in Washington and Cincinnati, converted 6 of her 7 break points and dropped serve just once during the 67 minutes match on a sun-drenched Arthur Ashe Stadium. Now let's look at more updates this morning. Well, looking at the games that are going down today, Ben Shelton edged the Francis Taifo 6-2, 3-6, 7-6, 6-2. As Dani Medvedev will be up against Andrei Rublev by 6:30 this evening. Serena Christian in the WTA is gone as she lost against Karolina Munkova 0-3, 3-6. WTA games are scheduled for today. We'll see Quang Zhang against Arina Sabalenka. All right. Well, let's also let you know that Novak Djokovic booked his place into the next round, beating Taylor Fritz 6-1, 6-4, 6-4. As Alexander Zverev also moved to the next round, beating Jannik Sinner 6-4, 3-6, 6-2, 4-6, 4-3, 6-3. I beg your pardon. Well, for Arina Sabalenka, Corey Gauff through to the next round, told you earlier. Now, moving away from tennis this morning, let us talk basketball, where free agent guard Danny Green has agreed to a one-year deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. His agent confirmed to newsmen on Tuesday night. Green, 36, returns to the Sixers to join an organization where his relationships, especially with Joe Embiid and new coach Nick Nurse, play a part in the team's desire to bring him into the training camp with a strong chance to make the opening night roster. Green, a 3-time NBA champion, tore his left ACL and LCL in Game 6 of the Sixers 2022 Eastern Conference Playoffs, lost to Miami, and was traded to Memphis that off-season. Green had spent 2 seasons with the Sixers, shooting 39.5% on three-pointers. Let's also let you know that Green is one of the 3 players to play at least 1 game in every postseason since 2011, along with James Harden and Chris Paul. I don't know why it's just related to some players who are controversial. But now let's look at another update here this morning. We go straight to talk the FIBA World Cup. Lithuania tasted defeat against Serbia, losing 68 to 87 points in the games decided yesterday. United States of America defeated Italy 100 to 63 points. And well, a lot of people felt like, yes, which I also said yesterday, that USA will want to bounce back from the defeat they had before going into that particular game. 4 games are also going down today. Talking about some playoffs games. While Germany will be up against Latvia by 9:45 today. Canada will take on Slovenia. In the WNBA regular season games are decided in the wee hours of today. Let's talk women's basketball. Women's basketball regular season, the WNBA, Connecticut Sun defeated Los Angeles Sparks 90 to 76 points as Indiana Fever lost 69 to 96 points against Chicago Sky, as Dallas Wings lost 93 to 94 points against the New York Liberty. Washington Mystics defeated Phoenix Mercury 100 to 77 points. Those are the results of games in the WNBA. Now, let's go on the break, and when we come back, we talk football. Do not move a muscle.
Every rainy season, many lives are reportedly lost and properties worth billions destroyed, and many rendered homeless due to floods. To save our community from disaster this rainy season, please avoid dumping refuse on waterways, get refuse drums, and clear your nearby drainage ditches. Remember, the safety of our environment begins with you. This message is powered by Solutions 93.9.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Welcome back. Check the time right now. It is 8:09 from your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 939 FM here in the city of Ibadan. Well, for Super Eagles of Nigeria, the camp opens today right there in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, and we're getting updates. That's Joseph Pesariel, got to Uyo yesterday, looking at the turf, also for the conditions surrounding how those players will, enjoy their time right there in Akwa Ibom. Okay, we also got updates about a newly invited player, Gibbs Oban, who's already in the country. He came to the country yesterday. So let's wait for all the players as we'll keep tracking and, updating you about the players in the Super Eagles camp who will be in action at the Nest of Champions in Uyo when they will be in action against the Sao Tome and Principe for the final AFCON qualifier clash. Now let's go straight into the other national team camps. Well, remember, we're getting updates today talking about the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. Libya will take on Equatorial Guinea. That is here in Africa. Let's also let you know that the AFCON qualifier matches are scheduled for tomorrow. We have Angola taking on Madagascar by 5 o'clock same time. Black Stars of Ghana take on Central Africa Republic, while Tanzania will be up against the Fena Foxes of Algeria. Nigeria will be up against Uganda, while Tunisia will take on Botswana. The matches from the first two games for tomorrow: Angola, Madagascar, Ghana, Central Africa Republic will go down 5 o'clock, while Algeria, Tanzania, Niger, Uganda, Tunisia, Botswana will be decided by 8 o'clock. Well, for the World Championships in South America, Paraguay will take on Peru tomorrow. That will be by 11:30. Moving away from that, let's go straight to Spain, where there is a big crisis. The crisis started. Some did not know that the Spanish Football Federation has been in a big brouhaha before the FIFA Women's World Cup. But hey, let's let you know, after the FIFA Women's World Cup, well, for Rubiales planting a case on Hermoso. Yesterday, we got the update that Spain's Women's World Cup winning coach, Jorge Vilda, was fired on Tuesday by the Royal Spanish Football Federation, RFEF, as the fallout from Rubiales' behavior continues. With Rubiales suspended as Spanish FA president for 90 days by FIFA after his unsolicited kiss on forward Jenny Hermoso. The committee of the regional presidents in charge of the RFEF, led by Pedro Roca, informed Vilda of the decision to fire him Roca is set to meet the Spanish National Sports Council (CSD) President Victor Franco. Later. But now, talking about this, the coach of the Spanish women's national team viewed as being in, different crises with some of the players. Well, remember, Vida was informed of the decision on Tuesday shortly after the RFEF issued a statement apologizing for totally unacceptable behavior by Rubiales and saying it is cooperating with disciplinary action against him. And, later Tuesday, the RFEF named Monte Tomei as his replacement. She's the first woman to coach the Spain women's team in its history and had been viewed as assistant coach since 2018. Maybe a good replacement for Viuda, but hey, it is what it is. But some saying like that look like a setup. But let's see what happens at the end of the day. Let's move away from Spain this morning and we'll go straight to the three Lions of England, where Arsenal forward Bukayo Saka has been named England's Men's Player of the Year for a second successive year in English Football Association. And Arsenal Saka was voted the standout player of the 2022-2023 season by fans, ahead of midfielder Jude Bellingham and striker Harry Kane, who were second and third respectively. Well, this man, who made his England debut in October 2020, scored 7 goals in 10 games over the last 12 months for England, including 3 goals at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. He was named player of the match during England's opening 6-2 win against Iran in Qatar, as well as the wins over Ukraine and North Macedonia in Euro 2024 qualifiers. Later game included a first career hat-trick. Let's go on a break, and when we come back, we talk about what Luis van Gaal has been saying about the FIFA World Cup, saying it was premeditated. Was the FIFA World Cup premeditated for Argentina or Lionel Messi to win? Remember, Argentina lost their first game against Saudi Arabia. They almost got defeated by Netherlands, struggled in the final against France. Do not go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Our eye don't see way for this cash palava. As conductor they shout.
As you enter, so enter with your change.
Market women go they holla.
I beg, this somebody don't tell no fit collect now.
Supermarket people go they tell you say.
Okay, we don't get change. I beg, use and take sweet now.
When you call see that better yama roasted fish without the hungry you since in call.
I don't carry my wallet come out too.
See, life not supposed hard like this, so now make all of us for Nigeria they pay for everything with Momo. Dial *671# or download the new Momo app. Make you follow enjoy this better life. Momo, better than cash.
CAC Covenant of Mercy presents 72 Hours with God, September edition. 72 Hours with God. It promises to be powerful with diverse miracles, supernatural visitations, and testimonies. This September edition is tagged When I Look More Closely. From Friday 8th to Sunday 10th of September 2023. Friday and Saturday 9 a.m. to 12 noon, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Vigil 12 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. WAT. And on Sunday 10th of September, which is the grand finale, we shall be coming together from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Vigil 11 p.m. WAT till dawn. Music ministrations by Evangelist Adela Kumbabayewa, Bidemi Olaba, and Elijah Akintude Olorun Sobe. God's anointed servants will be ministering powerfully. Prophet Taiwo Ojo. For inquiries, please call 0805-027-5779. Connect with us on Facebook at Prophet Taiwo Ojo Live. Please note, there will be free buses from Iwo Road, Ojo, and Challenge. 72 Hours with God, an unforgettable experience. Don't miss it.
Whenever I tell people I'm a full-time master student and a content creator, they go, huh? How are you able to do both all at once? You be witch? No big juju. Na MTN 5G. Ever since 5G came into my life, I've been on cloud 9. I get to take my classes online in real time and upload my videos before you say Jack Robinson. Even Babe isn't left out. Our long distance is waxing strong.
Hello, babe. Can you hear me? Your video is frozen. I
cane.
We don't do that here, because life is a breeze.
Experience the wonders of MTN 5G, hyper-fast internet connection with no buffering, zero lag, and quality data capabilities like never seen before. Available on broadband and mobile. MTN, Nigeria's #1 5G network. What are we doing today?
Dynamic Pillars Montessori International Schools, Ibadan, the latest admirable, attractive, and acceptable Montessori schools in Ibadan City with global standard of teaching, unique learning aids, and world-class academic facilities in a serene environment. Wow! Few students in a class with all conveniences, parent and guidance. Dynamic Pillars is the best place where your dearest child can have the best educational legacy. The school has the best set of professional teachers with brilliant and effective educational activities such as Montessori skills, math helping game clinic, vocabulary development, arts, crafts and design, diction and communication, French, music and game language mechanics, indoor and outdoor games, and lots more. Available classes are crèche, daycare, preschool, after school, primary and secondary school classes from JSS1. Entrance examination on request. Enroll your child now at Dynamic Pillars Montessori International Schools, New Garage Bus Stop, Akpata, or First Gate, Owode Estate, Akpata, Ibadan. Telephone 080-2342-1126. Dynamic Pillars Schools. Your child deserves the best.
Every rainy season, many lives are reportedly lost and properties worth billions destroyed, and many rendered homeless due to floods. To save our community from disaster this rainy season, please avoid dumping refuse on waterways, get refuse drums, and clear your nearby drainage ditches. Remember, the safety of our environment begins with you. This message is powered by Solutions 93.9.
Junior, get inside. You don't want to let mosquitoes bite you, do you? I cannot treat malaria again, no.
Mama Junior, children will play. It is you that should keep your environment clean in order not to breed mosquitoes.
Even after netting the whole house and sleeping inside the insecticide-treated net?
Of course. Don't you know the state of your environment is as important as inside your house? Yes, when you get rid of stagnant water at every space mosquitoes can breed, be rest assured, Junior can play all he wants.
My friend, the honorary doctor, I will do just that, so that my family can say bye-bye to mosquitoes.
Not just mosquitoes, but malaria.
Together, we can achieve a zero malaria society.
This message is from Solutions 93.9 FM.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Okay, welcome back. Still Kickoff Sports Show. Check our time right now. It is 8:21. We're live on Solutions 939 FM. Check your radio set and check the frequency. Remember, you can as well watch us live on Facebook, YouTube, Solutions 939 FM. Download our app on Google Play Store or your App Store. Type Solutions 939 FM. Click the download button and you can listen on the go. You can as well search for us via Radio Garden, Solutions 939 FM, even if you're outside Niger. Well, let's talk about former Manchester United manager Louis van Gaal, who has hinted that the result of last year's FIFA World Cup in Qatar was designed to help Lionel Messi finally lift the trophy with Argentina. Messi led Argentina to his first and his country's third World Cup triumph in December 2022, as the star forward scored twice in the final to help the South American nation beat France 4-2 on penalties at the Lusail Stadium. Argentina had earlier knocked the Netherlands out of the competition at the quarter-final stage after beating them on penalties following a 2-2 draw. Van Gaal, who resigned as a Dutch head coach following the World Cup exit, said he thought their game against Argentina was premeditated. Argentina had, looking at the statement of Louis van Gaal, I don't know. I mean, looking at a team that struggled in their group stage, got to the knockout round, even at the final, had an Mbappe score a hat-trick against them. But, I mean, it is what it is. Anybody can say anything. The World Cup is gone, right? But now let's talk about a trophy where we may be having Manchester City face Karim Benzema's Al Ittihad. Reports has it that European champions Manchester City could face Karim Benzema's Al Ittihad in the FIFA Club World Cup final in December in Saudi Arabia after the draw on Tuesday. Pep Guardiola's side will face Club Lyon or Urawa Red Diamonds in the FIFA Club World Cup semi-finals, while in the other semi-final, the Copa Libertadores winner has yet to be decided will face Al Ittihad, Auckland City or Al Ahly. The host nation's champions, the Saudi Pro League winners Al Ittihad, will kick off the competition against Auckland City. Al Ittihad will hope to repeat Al Hilal's run last year when they became the first Saudi Arabian club to reach the final. They lost the final to Real Madrid, the competition's most successful club, with 5 titles. As yet, there are no previous holders in this year's edition. Internacional of Brazil are the only previous winners who could still take the final available place in the competition. Okay, now let's talk about one man who moved to Saudi Pro League and has come out to say that his movement to that side wasn't about money. It is about former Liverpool midfielder Johnny Henderson, who has insisted his move to Saudi Arabia was not motivated by money and sought to appeal to the LGBTQ plus community by claiming he can be a force for good in the region. The 33-year-old left Liverpool this summer to join Saudi Pro League side Al Ettifaq, managed by Steven Gerrard, in a £13 million deal that provoked anger given the country's appalling human rights record. Okay, well, remembered results of games over the weekend saw Manchester City, scoring a lot of goals. Arsenal coming from behind to win a game against Manchester United.
41 goals, 5 home wins, and 0 red cards were recorded in the Week 4 of English Premier League games decided over the weekend. West Ham United kicked off with a 2-1 win over Luton Town, while Sheffield United settled for a 2-2 draw. Manchester City spanked Fulham 5-1 at the Etihad Stadium, with UEFA Player of the Season Haaland bagging a hat-trick. It was a disappointing outing for Chelsea as they lost 0-1 to Nottingham Forest at Stamford Bridge. Tottenham Hotspur came from a goal down to defeat Burnley 5-2 at the Turf Moor. It was a 4-goal thriller between Brentford and Bournemouth as the game ended 2-2. Newcastle United recorded 3 losses on the bounce with 1-3 defeats against Brighton. Liverpool recorded a comfortable 3-0 victory over Aston Villa, while Wolves lost 2-3 against Crystal Palace, and Arsenal rallied from a goal down to beat Manchester United 3-1 at the Emirates Stadium.
Week 3 of the Italian Serie A featured a thrilling goalless draw between Udinese and Frosinone, while Sassuolo gets its first win in the Serie A, beating Hellas Verona 3-1. AC Milan secured another victory by beating home team Roma 2-1, while Bologna secured its first win of the season at home, scoring 2 goals at the 22nd and 59th minutes. Atlanta defeated Monza 3-1 at the Gilway Stadium. Napoli recorded its first loss of the season at home with a scoreline of 2-1 in Lazio's favour. Former champions Inter Milan with another stunning victory as they defeated Fiorentina 4-0. Torino also got its first victory in the Serie A as they defeated Genoa 1-0. Empoli lost to Juventus at home with a 2-0 scoreline as Lecce secured another win, defeating Salernitana 2-0.
Spanish La Liga Week 4 result of games saw Barcelona labor to a 2-1 win over 10-man Osasuna, as Mallorca played out a goalless draw with Athletic Bilbao. Girona edged Las Palmas 1-0. Real Betis defeated Rayo Vallecano's same 1-0 scoreline, as well as the result that saw Alaves pick 3 points against Valencia. In other results, Jude Bellingham came to the rescue again for Real Madrid as he scored the winning goal in the 2-1 win over Getafe. It was an 8-goal thriller when Real Sociedad defeated Granada 5-3, as Almeria lost 2-3 at home against Celta Vigo, while Cadiz beat 10-man Villarreal 3-1.
League went on fire over the weekend in the Week 3 with just one red card and defending champions Bayern Munich, the only team to record a away win following 2-1 victory over Borussia Mönchengladbach. Borussia Dortmund recorded a disappointing 2-2 result against Heidenheim. Werder Bremen barged Mainz 4-0, Stuttgart whitewashed Freiburg 5-0 and Hoffenheim beat Wolfsburg 3-1. In other matches of the weekend, Bayern Leverkusen defeated Darmstadt 5-1. Augsburg were held 2-2 by Bochum, with Eintracht Frankfurt playing a 1-1 draw against FC Köln, and RB Leipzig scoring 3 unreplied goals against 10-man Union Berlin.
Okay, welcome back, and let us wrap up the show from this corner this morning as we look at likely movement from one side, although some are already saying that Salah still in the news, but hey, someone is already biting his fingers and saying that PSG failed to recognize reason some key players left the club. Lionel Messi, Neymar, Kylian Mbappe lacked Paris Saint-Germain support and recognition to create a winning environment during their time together in France, according to the club's former sporting director Leonardo. The star-studded attacking chair won league titles at PSG the past 2 seasons, but failed to bring the Champions League success to the club. Neymar recently said that he and Messi lived through hell during their time together at PSG. Messi found it difficult to adapt to Paris Saint-Germain after his move from Barcelona and admitted that there was a fracture with a significant group of the PSG fans during his 2 seasons at the club. And well, Manchester City is still looking for ways to get their team more solid, as Manchester City are reportedly plotting to sign Brighton forward Evan Ferguson. Well, will he be making that move? While we are also saying that we got updates about Sergio Ramos, who moved back home. Sergio Ramos is said to have snubbed last-minute interest from Manchester United, according to reports. All right, guys, now let's just hold it here, and we're back tomorrow morning looking at sports on Kickoff Sports Show. But we'll move to the other side of the show this morning. We'll look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. My name is Radako Kunubi. We'll be right back. Do not move a muscle.
About information, education, and entertainment.
Maybe that's before now. Solutions 93.9 FM has raised the standard of radio broadcast to preferring solutions in all human angle. 939 FM, the remedy.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your remedy radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ nílùú Ìbàdàn. Solutions 93.9 FM.
Radio is all about information, education, and entertainment.
Maybe that's before now. Solutions 93.9 FM has raised the standard of radio broadcast to preferring solutions in all human angle. 939 FM, the remedy.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your remedy radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Every rainy season, many lives are reportedly lost and properties worth billions destroyed, and many rendered homeless due to floods. To save our community from disaster this rainy season, please avoid dumping refuse on waterways, get refuse drums, and clear your nearby drainage ditches. Remember, the safety of our environment begins with you. This message is powered by Solutions 93.9.
Shagun, why you dey go this early momo?
Oh boy, I be wan go take my COVID-19 vaccine, Jare. Abi go follow me.
Say waiting, me I no need any vaccine o. My body strong, kakaraka. Benny. In fact, na only me no dey sick for my family. Even if koro enter my body, e no fit do me anything.
If it do you plenty, what if the thing can't catch your family people through your body? You go happy if they sick, Abi?
God forbid. Make I kuku follow you go take am now, Abi.
Go get vaccine, protect yourself and the people where you love. This message now from Solutions FM 93.9.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ nílùú Ìbàdàn. Solutions 93.9 FM.
We raise the spotlight on the different headlines of our national dailies.
This government, apart from giving that minimum wage of 30,000, which was a 6% rise.
We bring to you in-depth analysis on the major stories making the rounds.
And the CSOs to INEC account for 400 billion naira spent on general elections.
Interviews with political and government stakeholders.
There was a big push on export. We consume a lot. We need to be an economy, an export engine, and we need to be a production.
Every weekday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on the Remedy Dial, Solutions 93.9 FM. Welcome to From the Dailies with Favor, Dapo, Laffy, and Victory. Let's talk about the state of the nation. Your voice matters.
All right, it's 8:35 on Solutions 93.9 FM, your Remedy radio dial. My name is Ade Damala Laughing. It's my pleasure to welcome you onto the From the Daily segment on AM Update. This is the segment where we get to take you through some of today's national dailies and talking about some stories, or let me say the major stories that came out in the papers today. I'll be doing this with young striker Oladapo Okonobi. Good morning, Oladapo Okonobi.
Yeah, good morning, Laffy.
I mean, today is a day with some Nigerians, let me say most Nigerians have been waiting for, keeping their fingers crossed, considering the judgment that will be given by the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal today. And I will still have to talk about the ongoing strike, 2-day strike, which today is day 2. And then some other stories that came out in the papers this morning.
Okay, well, and we're also getting reports in town that we have security agents in the different locations in the city of Ibadan today. This is according to our correspondent around the challenge. This is a message coming from Olugbemi Gatolulokwe on our Twitter, our X, formerly Twitter page this morning, saying that armed policemen at corners of roads challenge.
I saw them this morning on my way to work.
So that is in preparation of what may be the final judgment today. However, I mean, this morning we'll be talking to the IPAC chairman in Oyo State. I mean, what parties should be doing today, not to preempt the result of the or the decision coming from the Presidential Election Tribunal. While PEPT judgment trending on X this morning. And what we are getting here is over 2,000 posts concerning that this morning. Femi Falana is also trending 21,100 posts concerning this senior advocate of Nigeria. Well, have with me this morning, newspapers from Punch, The Nation, Tribune, Vanguard.
The Nation.
Okay, you also have The Nation.
I have The Nation.
Okay, no problem. All right, well, remember we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Solutions 939 FM. Watch, react, post your comment, like, share as well. And when the time comes for you to also, contribute on the program, you can call the phone lines 0909 888 9939 or 0912 222 2939. 0909 888 9939 or 0912 222 2939. The WhatsApp and SMS line remains 0904 422 2939. 0904 422 2939. Let's go.
All right, starting off with the Vanguard newspaper this beautiful Wednesday morning, September 6th. I'll be taking this one saying, our founding fathers won independence, failed to build a nation. You want to know who said that? That's the former president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. You find the story on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. NNPP crisis deepens as faction expels Kwanso. Stories found on page 9. APC's past rejection of fuel subsidy removal was political. That's coming from Fayemi, the former governor of Ekiti State. We have this one saying, presidential poll, the 4 men, woman who will decide fate of Tinubu, Atiku, Obi today. The story is found on page 15. Moving to the banner headline this morning, strike halts activities in rivers, Osun, Edo, Kano, Kaduna, Cross River. And there are some riders under that caption, recalls partial compliance in Lagos, Abuja, Ogun, Delta, Ekiti, Kebbi. Power disruption looms as workers shut down Osogbo Transmission Company. Banks caught short as Anambra NLC joint strike. Strike stalls election tribunal ruling in Edo, commercial activities, others. And the last rider under that caption says, day 1 met our objectives at Gyro, adds day 2 to send stronger signals. Moving away from that, there is this congratulatory message to Bola Ahmed Tinubu as he marks 100 days in office today. Okay, we'll talk about that too. We'll do kind of scoring. The last 100 days or the first 100 days in office as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Despite slight improvement, reign of terror continues. That story is found on pages 12 and 13. Pay EPT. Justice Odili's prejudgment remarks worrisome. LP. That story is found on page 8. Fuel subsidy interest fighting us. Page 22. Shuaibu withdraws suit against Obaseke. Others. That story is found on page 11 of the Vanguard newspaper. These are many more stories we found on the pages of the Vanguard newspaper this Wednesday morning.
Okay, so let's switch to Tribune newspaper this morning and looking at the front page of that newspaper from the southwest zone of Nigeria. And looking at the cap headline this morning, NLC strike, banks, courts, ports, offices shut. Riders, partial compliance in some states. Another rider says aviation unions opt out. So what is that supposed to mean? Does that mean that, okay, so we'd rather go for our money. Let us make our daily bread than wasting the daily bread for 2 days. And at the end of the day,
I suspected all this because when I noticed that TUC already pulled out of the thing, I knew the strike might not really be
hold waters. And another thing I also read yesterday was that there was exchange of blows in some states. Between labor unions and those of the states. Okay, but let's move on this morning and look at the banner headline from the Nigerian Tribune this morning, and it's in black and red, but the bold one is in black. Tight security as court delivers presidential election verdict today. Rider in red collar says television stations set up equipment for live broadcast. Now, let's look at other headlines from Tribune this morning. IGP orders probe of cadet officers' death at Police Academy. And looking at the next headline here, Ekiti residents cry for help as gunmen abduct 4 farmers 5 days after killing 1. We should be expecting, if the IGP should be speaking here, or Ekiti State Governor to speak here. 1 killed as truck drivers task force clash in Lagos. Okay. Now this headline says, we played mere politics with protest against fuel subsidy removal in 2012. Fire-me. Maybe the reason some decided to back out of the protest yesterday.
Oh, okay. Probably.
FG cancels Intel's pilotage monopoly, engages 4 new firms. This and more you can find in the Tribune newspaper this morning.
Okay, virtually 95%, or let me say 90% of the front page of the Nation is being covered by an advertisement. I won't want to go there.
No, just take it. Laffy, take it.
Go there. But it's all about congratulating President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as he marks his 100 days in office today. But I won't look into that for now. Otedola extols Sanwo-Olu on light blue rail takeoff. The story is found on page 3 of the Nation newspaper. Another one says, a warning strike in partial success. Pages 6 and 7 of the Nation newspaper have that story. I will break all barriers for investors, Tinubu assures. And the only rider under that caption says, billionaire Indian businessman OK's automobile manufacturing deal with Nigeria. This story is found on page 2 of the Nation newspaper this Wednesday morning.
Okay, done with the headlines you have there. Well, it is about making money. So the newspapers.
Just four headlines.
Yes.
On the front page of the Nation.
I hope you noticed while I was doing some breakdowns yesterday on the board, looking at how much stations incur per month, per week, and to a year. Okay, so they have to just
definitely.
Okay, now let's go straight to the Punch newspaper this morning, and the cap headline says Lagos, Katsina, Sokoto workers shuns NLC, strike grounds Abuja State. Okay, let me take this headline again. Lagos, Katsina, Sokoto workers shun NLC, strike grounds Abuja State. Right after that headline, airport, bank workers ignore strike. Maritime unions block worry Lagos port. And I can also confirm that some bank workers went to work yesterday and some of them just left around 11, 12. You understand? But we still need to know. I mean, you cannot kill a mosquito with hammer. Well, maybe some workers who are not even interested in working in the first place
already
are not. They just decided not to go to work. Okay, now looking at another headline this morning from the Punch newspaper: contractors protest as FG dumps asphalt for concrete roads, and some already giving thumbs up to Dave Umahi for taking this decision, while contractors are now protesting. Let's look at the banner headline from the Punch newspaper this morning: presidential poll. Heavy security as tribunal decides Atiku Obi's petitions against Tinubu. Rider City's headline: please block entrance to Court of Appeal. 1 politicians against violence. 5 justices decide Atiku Obi's petitions today. Security agents patrol Abuja. And this is happening while Mr. President is in New Delhi, India. Dollar debt, CBN repays banks next week. Naira may rebound. Let's wait and see. Fund Regional Rail Project, FG tells governors. World Bank delays $8.6 billion loan to Nigeria, reports. Did you see what happened there? Did you see
Mm.
that? Okay, so let's move on. NNPP rejects Kwankwanso's expulsion, heads to court. And you took a headline earlier saying that NNPP faction suspends Kwankwanso due to inter-party.
Expels.
Okay.
Kwankwanso.
Okay. Now, Oshodi bus terminal decaying, motorists lament. Violence. Rock Lagos community as task force officials killed driver. This are the headlines you can find from the Punch newspaper this morning. Now let's go straight to the burning issue this morning. Now we can see from different TV stations, across Nigeria, who are ready at the PPC for the judgment today. And you can also see the headlines from different newspapers this morning as, they're talking about the situation in Nigeria in different states. Here in Oyo State, we told you earlier that our correspondent gave us an update this morning about what is happening in town. Situation. You can also see the picture on our X page, formerly Twitter. Armed policemen at corners of roads, a challenge in Ibadan. Okay, now let's get something done here this morning. Let's first start with Ajuri Ngalale, who's saying that Mr. President is not afraid or scared about
the outcome.
Or saying,
judgment.
giving the judiciary free hand to do the job.
Gladiators in the country. The president sees no need to threaten judicial officers. He sees no need to raise speculation against the integrity of judicial officers. He believes in the sanctity, in the integrity of the Nigerian judicial system. He believes that the great men and women on the panel will make their decisions based only on the facts before them and not based on anything else. And as a result of his faith and confidence in the judiciary, he believes that the mandate which Nigerians freely gave to him during the elections will stand. And that is the position of the president. And he will continue to ensure that no matter what the outcome of the judgment is, that he does his part to ensure that our institutions continue to be respected, not just by him, but by all.
During Golale speaking ahead of the Presidential Election Tribunal going down today. Now let's talk about Nigeria's immigration system. Honorable Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo was speaking last night talking about what Nigerians are facing, the rot we have in the immigration system, and how Nigerians will surely get their passports as early as possible. Some of us have some people have their passport expired and they're scared of renewal based on the time. Some spending 3 months. So sometimes I just look at people who are, there's a difference between jackpot and relocation. Okay, so when they say jackpot, those are the people who sold their properties to just get out of the country. Relocation.
What's the difference between that and
I just want to finish. Let me land.
Go ahead.
Relocation. Those are the people who would have told you, I'm relocating. No, those who moved, spent their money without hassle traveling. Jackpot is for those who will leave, sell their properties.
You can decide to sell your properties.
They will not tell you. They will not tell you they are leaving.
You can decide to sell your
after
property.
landing there, they will not say, I'm sorry, I did not tell you that I've left the country.
That's just being smart about it.
Those who got frustrated to leave the country. But now let's go back to the Minister of Interior, Honorable Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, talking about the rot in the immigration system and what will be the next move in making sure that Nigerians get their international passports.
Eyes to be in front, not to be at the back, because God wants me to look, He wants me to look ahead and look for solutions, Talking about the routes, Nigerians are not interested in the routes as far as I'm concerned. Nigerians are not interested in the problem statement. Nigerians are interested in solutions. We know the problems. The last 2 weeks has been dedicated to getting these problems, understanding the whole ecosystem, as I said, knowing where the issues are, understanding the bottlenecks. But that's not what Nigerians want to hear from me. Nigerians don't want to hear problems. Nigerians want to see solutions. Nigerians want to be able to go into passport offices. They want to be able to get their passport at their convenience. Nigerians don't want to travel kilometers before they get things done. Nigerians don't want to risk their lives on the road just because they need a security document called passport. As I said, it's a right. It's not a privilege. Nigerians want that right to be actually theirs, not by virtue of somebody offering you your right. It is the right of Nigerians that are interested to have passport. So as far as I'm concerned, the problem statement is meant for us as administrators to understand, to digest. But what Nigerians want to see is solution. And that is what the president has constantly told us at every forum. He has always told us at every given opportunity that, hey, I didn't bring you on board. None of you ministers were brought on board to come and give excuses. I brought you on board to come and bring solutions to me, my eyes to be in front, not to be at the back, because God wants me to look, He wants me to look ahead and look for solutions, Talking about the roads, Nigerians are not interested in the roads as far as I'm concerned. Nigerians are not interested in the problem statement. Nigerians are interested in solutions. We know the problems. The last 2 weeks has been dedicated to getting these problems, understanding the whole ecosystem, as I said, knowing where the issues are, understanding the bottlenecks. But that's not what Nigerians want to hear from me. Nigerians don't want to hear problems. Nigerians want to see solutions. Nigerians want to be able to go into passport offices. They want to be able to get their passport at their convenience. Nigerians don't want to travel kilometers before they get things done. Nigerians don't want to risk their lives on the road just because they need a security document called passport. As I said, it's a right. It's not a privilege. Nigerians want that right to be actually theirs, not by virtue of somebody offering you your right. It is the right.
Well, Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji Ojo speaking there last night. Well, I don't know. I think the first time I had my passport, I think it took me just around 7 days.
7 days.
7
okay.
days. And since the expiration,
you've not been able to.
I mean, sometimes when I look at
because
the
of the fear of the queue, I understand.
Yes,
I understand.
and I feel like, okay, I'm not ready to use shortcuts to get passports, to pay extra to get passports. And at the end of the day, this is what Nigerians need. And also looking at an angle, maybe the immigration office know that Nigerians are in dire need of this. So what should Nigerians enjoy? We are not enjoying our oil. We are not enjoying the gas. We are not enjoying power supply. We cannot also enjoy having our international passport. I don't know if has yours expired?
No, not yet. But okay. A friend of mine was telling me last month. I think it took about 6 weeks.
That is still like 2 months.
6 weeks before his own was done. It wasn't renewal actually.
Okay.
It was renewal.
So which one is faster?
I think the renewal should be faster. Should be, yes.
But I think everybody's just in the same. But I don't know, for Nigerians listening to us this morning, I don't know, maybe you can just share your experience with us at the passport office. Your experience currently or your past experiences. Just share your experiences with us this morning. The phone lines are open 0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. 0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939, or send us a WhatsApp message or SMS straight to 0904-422-2939. And you can as well send us a live message on our Facebook page, Solutions 939 FM. Just search for Solutions 939 FM. We're streaming live. So we were discussing about the Japa relocation. For you, you have a different opinion, right?
I have a different opinion because we're talking about some people selling their property. That is Japa. You might decide to sell your I might decide to relocate today. That, okay, I don't want to live in Nigeria again. I want to relocate. And in order to raise funds for myself, I can decide to sell some of my things. And that doesn't mean that you're trying to clarify. I mean,
so you're not forcing a move. You just wanted to move.
Even those who are doing Japa thing, they just want to. It's still the same thing. Relocating. Whichever we want to, whether Japa, everything is relocation. As long as you are deciding to stop living in Nigeria and you are starting all over again, in a different country, that is still japa. So whatever term you want to give it, whether relocation, japa, or whatever, they are all the same thing.
Movements are movement.
Movement. Yes, movement and movement.
Okay, now let's look at the major issue this morning. If you look at the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning, it is about the Presidential Election Tribunal. And the front page of the Punch newspaper says Presidential poll, heavy security as Tribunal decides Atiku Obi's petitions against Tinubu. Police block entrance to Court of Appeal. 1 politicians against violence. 5 justices decides Atiku Obi's petitions today. Security agents patrol Abuja. And you took a particular headline concerning a particular is it a retired judge, and Labour Party is talking about the statement of that legal practitioner, saying that it's like preempting.
Yeah, preempting the
judgment.
The
judgment. But well, this and more what we were looking at this morning. Twitters at Solutions 939 FM.
Another thing is this: the marking of 100 days in office of Bola Tinubu.
Yes.
What has been the we have our
Apostle Dario joins with us live virtually this morning as we look at the Presidential Election Tribunal. What parties should be doing today, and even after the announcement, from the tribunal. We also look at the 100 days in office of Mr. President. Good morning, Apostle Dario Joe. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning,
thank
sir.
God for today.
Thank you so much. We just had to drag you out of of the bed this morning. All right. So we can see that the election tribunal, they call it the Judgment Day, is happening in Nigeria today. And looking at the situation in town, security officials are already out. Well, it's also mixed with a lot happening in Nigeria. The NLC on strike, the day 2, and today will be the end, while Mr. President is not in Nigeria, and we have the election tribunal. For IPAC, you are representing IPAC in your state. You are also the head. What will you be telling party members, political party heads in Nigeria today?
Thank you very much. You see, one thing I want to say, our democracy in the country needs to receive a special attention, because one thing I know is that once we have done our election, generally we always tell political parties to have a kind of spirit of sportsmanship. And but however, since we have done our general election in this country, and the INEC has given certificate, and at the same time the president has been inaugurated, but there are some people who are not satisfied. They've gone to court. Yes, what I would tell all the political parties today is that to be calm. We cannot preempt the judge or the judges. They are experts. They know what they need to do. You see, and any day we want to make a nation to move forward, we need to have a kind of adequate arrangement, proceedings, because all these tribunals are supposed to have come before the inauguration of Mr. President, in order not to create some crisis and confusion. But I want all the political parties, all Nigerians, to be calm. And I believe the best will come today. And as the Mr. President is not in the country, that means he's so calm, and believing that the best will come. All political parties also, all Nigerians should expect the best. And the reason why all our tribunals are there is that we believe that they will give us the best for the benefit of all Nigerians and to move Nigeria forward. I know what is going to come out today. It's not Judgment Day. We still have the Supreme Court.
I was going to say that too.
Since we have Supreme Court, it's not a Judgment Day. Everybody should keep calm. Whatever happens today, the Supreme Court is still there to really determine what they were saying today. So everybody will keep calm. And thank God the security agencies have really the alert to avoid any violence. I want to say there shouldn't be any violence. There shouldn't be any problem or crisis. Everybody should keep calm. If you know that you're on the right path, then allow the tribunal to give their word, and whatever they give, then keep calm. If you are not satisfied, go to Supreme Court. Instead of creating violence or creating problem or protesting, there's nothing like protest or whatever concerning today's judgment. Let all Nigerians keep calm. And after the judgment, if anybody is not satisfied, go to Supreme Court. Don't cause any trouble. Let's move on. Even what we have on ground is enough for us to pay attention on to. People are suffering. Things are not okay. We should pay attention to what the problem is, and we move forward instead of moving backward. Because crisis, commotion, and violence will bring us backward instead of moving forward. So let anybody that is not satisfied move to Supreme Court. Thank you.
Okay. Now, thank you very much for that, word of advice also to Nigerians. Maybe because a lot of people in Nigeria are seeing security officials in different corners in town. They should just put their mind at rest. Now, let's look at 100 days in office of Mr. President. Is IPAC impressed so far?
Well, as far as IPAC in Oyo State is concerned, there is nothing to be impressed about because people are still suffering. Things are not easy. Even before Mr. President came on power, or came on board, definitely things have been scattered. Things are not okay. So, and there's no magic he can do with what had happened before. So, are we talking about the scarcity of funds? Are we talking about the economic problem? I mean, what about the jobless youths that are all scattered all around? And a lot of things are not okay. Our academics, our schools are not okay. Many things are wrong. So, before Mr. President came on board, and within the few days, 100 days or whatever days, definitely, we don't expect magic. If there's anything that will happen, recently they just inaugurated all ministers, and the cabinet has just been inaugurated, then what do you expect when things has not been put into order? So, as far as I'm concerned, that so far, so good, I think we just have to give glory to God because everybody's alive, and we are watching, and we are praying, and we know that things will improve better. Instead of getting worse, it will improve by the grace of God because we love Nigerians and we believe that Nigerians will not suffer. All the suffering will cease within the shortest time by God's grace.
Okay, let me ask you this. What are the areas or the aspects you would have wished the Mr. President had touched in the first 100 days in office to have made impact? What are the areas?
Thank you very much. You see, I've said it all over and over on radio while I was invited. This palliative issue, as far as I'm concerned, you see, somebody has want to die, you give a palliative treatment to you on medical area. You've known that this thing, the situation is so tense. I would have expected the money that have been sent to all the governors and all the rest. Why can't we face our refineries? Why can't we face our hospitals? In fact, for example, why can't it's okay, malaria and typhoid in the country, that's all the things that is affecting majority of people. Okay, in hospital, go to hospital if you have malaria or typhoid, you'll be treated free, as also to bring a kind of succor. Then in the area of education, instead of increasing their salary, then why can't we send some money to cushion the tension of our youth in the school? Then job creation. Why can't they do job creation to some of our youths that are traveling abroad? They don't get job. Things are wrong. Why can't you find a way to create job and call them? On the area of agriculture, try to train our youth, bring them together, use that money to plant things and buy the product from them. All these things should be done. Okay, now you are sending rice. After disputing rice, what next? And the rice will soon finish. Everything will soon finish. The transportation level, why can't you buy a lot of vehicles and send to states to cushion the transportation system of our state? In all these areas, it will help a lot rather than distributing rice and distributing this and all those kinds of things. Even in Oyo State, somehow. Now, the IPAC has not been called upon in order to really give an advice on how these things should be done. IPAC is not involved and things are not okay, and they are distributing the thing. Now, how many people have ever gotten this? We know that they've started and they've been distributing the thing. Let's ask how many people in your staff have gotten this issue. Even including those people. They said the poorest of the poor. How many people are not suffering now? No. A lot of people have sold their cars. A lot of people have packed their cars. A lot of people are trekking about. And definitely, if they want to give you rice, they can only give you 2 Congos and 3 Congos of probably about 6, 7, 8 families.
For how long will that last?
For how long will that last? If they give you oil and so, how long will that last? After you finish that rice,
what's next?
Then suffering continues. What next? Suffering continues. But we have to do something that will last, that people will feel, that will make people to know that yes, they've done something, risky for Nigeria. These are my own expectations, which I've been repeating severally, And we just, this time around, all hands has to be put, on deck in order to make sure we do the right thing at this time. Even also in your state. The IPAC is Interparty Advisory Council. We must be able to input or impart and try to advise the government the right thing. We are not there to condemn anybody. We criticize constructively and give the best advice for the company, for the government, and be able to carry, the council along on some things to be done in the state so that we contribute our own quota. We give advice on what to do. Even since they have done it, we are not informed, we are not involved. So my own expectation that our education, our agriculture, our this transportation system, the hospital level, all these things should be looked into that can help the people to really cushion the attention and the suffering in this area. That's what has been my expectation at this point in time.
Okay, now let's move to Edo State, and as we wrap up this morning, remember yesterday the deputy governor of the state, Philip Shuaibu, withdrew the suit against his governor, Governor Obaseki. There's been this misunderstanding, brouhaha between the two parties involved in this, and the way things are, can we say the dust has been settled in Edo State ahead of the polls? Remember, we also have that of Kogi State, in the next few months. What are your expectations in those states? Because with the way things are, it is more of who wants it the most in these states, because these elections are off-season. And are you also confident in INEC doing a great job, including the parties playing by the rules?
You see, thank you very much. You see, all what have been happening now in most of the states they want to do election is highly political. You see, they are contending for power, and there is you cannot but expecting all these little rancor and crisis. It is to the general public you are seeing a kind of crisis you are hearing. But internally, they know where they meet. And the election will come and go. And the person that we emerge as the leader or as the winner, we emerge. So my own advice that people should not disturb themselves with all what's happening. I know with time everything will be settled. It's all political. And for the INEC, Well, so far so good. In Oyo State, I see the INEC in the general election, they've done their best. And I believe also the INEC, we have been soliciting, advising them to do the best with the security agencies. And I will use this time around also to advise the INEC and the security to do their job and do the best. So far, so good as I know the INEC, they have been performing well. We're based on Oyo State INEC. And I know that all the places we're going to conduct the election, the INEC will perform excellent since we have our machine, since the security are there. And the INEC staff should be careful and they enforce the assignment, the job given to them. So if everybody face what they need to do, the security, they know all the key players in the election exercise, I believe we are going to get the best result. So INEC will perform. So far, because I know that they will perform since they have been given all necessary things to perform. They will perform. Security agencies also, I believe they will perform. And the political parties also, I believe they will perform. But one thing I believe is that in politics, in game, there are a lot of a kind of canvassing, whatever they want to do just to really improve their own campaign or kind of underground work. But I believe that they are all political. But
you have less than 1 minute for this call.
We are going to have the best result by the grace of God.
Okay, thank you very much, Apostle Dario Joe, for talking to us this morning and for your contribution. All right.
Thank God.
Okay. All right. Well, Apostle Dario Joe is the chairman, IPAC, or your state. IPAC is the Inter-Party Advisory Council. Thank you very much. All right. We'll go on a break, and when we come back, we'll get your reactions, get your feedback, and look at some more updates on the show this morning. Do not go anywhere. Update is still live.
Hey, my name is Alex. I've been a content creator for a while now, and I always try to innovate to keep my audience entertained and engaged. When 5G came into Nigeria, I thought it was all noise, like the normal hype, gang, and all that noise. But boy, was I wrong. Because I've hosted virtual concerts, partied with my followers in the metaverse, created skits with creators in other countries without ever having to leave my room. I can shoot a movie without being on set. Hey, now that's a godsend. With all the money I've spent on cabs this year. If there's one thing 5G has done right, I would say it's made it easier for me to do me.
Change the game with MTN 5G. It offers hyper-fast internet speed, seamless buffering, and applications that can only be possible via its quality data capabilities. Available on broadband and mobile. MTN, Nigeria's #1 5G network. What are we doing today?
Omo, our eye don't see way for this cash palava. As conductor they shout.
As you enter, so enter with your change.
Market women go dey holla.
I beg. This somebody don't say no fit collect now.
Supermarket people go dey tell you say.
Okay, we no get change. I beg, use and take sweet now.
When you call see that better yama roasted fish without the hungry you since in call.
I no carry my wallet come out too.
See, life not supposed hard like this, so that make all of us for Nigeria they pay for everything with Momo. Dial *671# or download the new Momo app. Make you follow enjoy this better life. Momo, better than cash.
CAC Covenant of Mercy presents 72 Hours with God, September edition. 72 Hours with God. It promises to be powerful with diverse miracles, supernatural visitations, and testimonies. This September edition is tagged When I Look More Closely. From Friday 8th to Sunday 10th of September 2023. Friday and Saturday 9 a.m. to 12 noon, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Vigil 12 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. WAT. And on Sunday 10th of September, which is the grand finale, we shall be coming together from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Vigil 11 p.m. WAT till dawn. Music ministry ministrations by Evangelist Adela Kumbabayewa, Bidemi Olaba, and Elijah Akintude Olorun Sobe. God's anointed servants will be ministering powerfully. Prophet Taiwo Ojo. For inquiries, please call 0805-027-5779. Connect with us on Facebook at Prophet Taiwo Ojo Live. Please note, there will be free buses from Iwo Road, Ojo, and Challenge. 72 hours with God, an unforgettable experience. Don't miss it.
Dynamic Pillars Montessori International Schools, Ibadan. The latest admirable, attractive, and acceptable Montessori schools in Ibadan City with global standard of teaching, unique learning aids, and world-class academic facilities in a serene environment. Wow! Few students in a class with all conveniences, parent and guidance. Dynamic Pillars is the best place where your dearest child can have the best educational legacy. The school has the best set of professional teachers with brilliant and effective educational activities such as Montessori skills, math helping game clinic for vocabulary development, arts, crafts and design, diction and communication, French, music and game language mechanics, indoor and outdoor games, and lots more. Available classes are crèche, daycare, preschool, after school, primary and secondary school classes from JSS1. Entrance examination on request. Enroll your child now at Dynamic Pillars Montessori International Schools, New Garage Bus Stop, Akpata, or First Gate, Owode Estate, Akpata, Ibadan. Telephone 080-2342-1126. Dynamic Pillars Schools. Your child deserves the best.
Every rainy season, many lives are reportedly lost and properties worth billions destroyed, and many rendered homeless due to floods. To save our community from disaster this rainy season, please avoid dumping refuse on waterways, get refuse drums, and clear your nearby drainage ditches. Remember, the safety of our environment begins with you. This message is powered by Solutions 93.9.
Junior, get inside. You don't want to let mosquitoes bite you, do you? Me, I cannot treat malaria again, no.
Mama Junior, children will play. It is you that should keep your environment clean in order not to breed mosquitoes.
Even after netting the whole house and sleeping inside the insecticide-treated net?
Of course. Don't you know the state of your environment is as important as inside your house? Yes. When you get rid of stagnant water at every space mosquitoes can breed, be rest assured, Junior can play all he wants.
My friend, the honorary doctor, I will do just that, so that my family can say bye-bye to mosquitoes.
Not just mosquitoes, but malaria.
Together, we can achieve a zero malaria society.
This message is from Solutions 93.9 FM.
Welcome back. Still AM Update, and we're about wrapping up from the dailies, and we're done with the burning issue. But remember, you can also be part of the program. In a few minutes, let's just get your reaction this morning. I mean, we've talked about a lot of things, talking about the passport issue, and with the Minister of Interior saying that passport issues will be sorted out in 2 weeks, and maybe that will give some of us opportunity to go to the immigration office. Okay, we are also looking at the presidential election tribunal. The judgment day today. You heard the IPAC or your state chairman speaking and advising party members, party heads, what they need to do. Remember, you can also let us know your 1 2 cents. We are on X, formerly Twitter. Send us a message. Send us your comment. You can send us a WhatsApp message as well on 0904 422 2939. 0904 422 2939. Facebook, Solutions 939 FM. Let's check some comments out this morning before we check situation report this morning. I am Black Code is saying today is the judgment day. And at Greatest Mind 1 is saying all these heavy security shouts not to all these security shouts not to fear men. Okay. At Jim Ross is saying, may today favor Nigeria and be a blessing to all Nigerians, no matter the outcome of the judgment. Okay, and okay, someone is saying, I beg, do TikTok live. Okay, let's also see. Okay, so at Saeed Adekola is saying, we are waiting, please, no fake analysis that can bring mayhem in the society, please. And we're talking about Naira to rebound. Moneymaker is saying, is asking the question, Naira to rebound. Okay, let's be optimistic as well. Okay, and for the passports, with what the minister said, we hope it is not a political statement, and let us just be optimistic. Right. Okay. Let's just drop it there this morning and get our situation report from the street this morning based on feedback from our correspondents around town today. What does it look like in the city of Ibadan based on traffic and situation reports?
It's time for traffic update. Update from our roads, streets and environs.
Okay, so you can get more updates from our X page, formerly Twitter, this morning. And remember, you can also tell us about what your thoughts about the 100 days in office of Mr. President as well. And we surely respond on Facebook, X, and Instagram. So let's check the situation report. Ayamide Egbusi on X this morning saying there's free flow of traffic around Okebola, Okeado. No sign of traffic, of heavy traffic in the city of Ibadan. Remember, yes, there's NLC strike. Yes, and we don't. Yes, yesterday some banks also adhered to that state notice.
Yeah, in Ibadan.
Yes, some banks in Ibadan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw most of the banks I saw yesterday were operational.
Okay, we're opened. Okay, well, in some banks, which I also got updates. Some, so it's not. There's like it's not like it's a partial.
Yeah.
Adherence.
Compliance. Yeah.
Yes. So Josh Wealth on X is saying updates from Ele roundabout this morning. There is no heavy traffic, but the road is crowded as bikemen, catmen, people, moving out this morning. Okay, and we can see how bushy the LA roundabout is. Well, for those of you in LA, and we also hope, I always ask the question, when you have the Akomoran people and the NURTW people, they just get the Owobamu, the morning, the one for morning, afternoon, and evening. Well, what is also their importance? If you have a union, they must be responsible. I mean, there's something we call corporate social responsibility.
Definitely.
The CSR. I know I saw something in that should be Mokola. If you check under the bridge, if you're coming from Alafia Hospital, going to Mokola, now I noticed that there are Comoron members who are now parking under the bridge because now they are using under the bridge. They cleared all dirt under that bridge to use that place as a park. Now they're doing this because they know they need to use the place.
Yeah.
Now, if all of us want Oyo State to be clean, it is a responsibility
of all
effort.
of us. Yeah,
and this goes out to people in Okeado here who are used to dumping refuse on the median. When it rained yesterday, see a lot of dirt on the streets of Ibadan, Okeado, to be precise. But let's move on this morning and look at updates coming from what area here? Orita Mary. There's free flow of traffic. As at the time of filing this report, there is no traffic official on ground. The road is dirty as a result of the dirt. And most times when it rains like that, you see a lot of dirt in Ibadan. Not even Ibadan, I mean around. Because people prefer to drop dirt inside the drainage. Which when it blocks, then we have flood. Well, that's the updates we're getting this morning. We just have to move on. Remember the updates we got from Olugbemi Gatolulokwe this morning, saying that the heavy security men around Ibadan today. But remember,
I believe there's no need to be apprehensive today.
Yes.
There's no need to panic today.
No panic.
Like Apostle Ojo said earlier on, I mean, after the tribunal judgment, there is still Court of Appeal judgment. There is still going to be Supreme Court judgment. I think there was a governor that his election was overturned by a tribunal just a few months ago, and eventually he won the election at the Supreme Court. So I really don't believe I don't think whatever the tribunal pronounces today, it will be the final judgment. So let's keep our fingers crossed and pray that things will go the right way.
Okay, let's check what the weatherman is saying this morning. Remember, we told you yesterday that we should be expecting showers of rain in the city of Ibadan, and it did happen. But it's just based on the weather forecast. Let's check what the weatherman is also saying this morning. It drizzled a little bit this morning.
It did, yeah.
And by 10 o'clock, what the weatherman is saying is that there will be thunderstorm in the city of Ibadan starting from 10 o'clock. We expect the sun to shine around 11, 12, and by 1 p.m. it's going to be a mixture of storms and cloud and sun. So we should also be expecting the sun to also come back by 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5, 6. It will be sunny, meaning till 6 p.m. It will be sunny in the city of Ibadan. And around 7 o'clock, we should be expecting the cloud here in the city of Ibadan. So that's what the better man is saying this morning. Hey, also, we'd like to make a special shout out to someone special to all of us in the world of sport in the city of Ibadan. And today is Annabelle's birthday. Happy birthday to you. God bless your new age. More money in your pocket.
And to another fan, let me call her fan of Solutions FM.
Okay.
Promise Babalola. Yesterday was actually her birthday. So
belated happy birthday.
Belated happy birthday. So if you're listening, Promise Babalola, happy birthday. Coming to you from all of us at Solutions 93.9 FM.
All right. From here we say goodbye. We'll be back tomorrow morning. 8 o'clock we kick off Sports Show. My name is Oladapo Okunubi.
And my name is Adi Damala Lafenwa. Wishing you a winning Wednesday. Let's cool temper as we go out today. Good morning.